to get dressed.
Okay. So hello. Welcome to our podcast. This is Tim and Amy Murphy, and this is Behind Closed Doors. Now, we really like this name for the podcast because it just embodies really who we are in the fact that, you know, we wanted to share what it's like behind... Why are you laughing? I already see you laughing.
I'm not laughing. I'm just hanging.
You're already...
Set the stage.
I'm setting the stage. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Anyways, we just wanted to show real and raw how we are whenever we, you know, come on and do an episode. It is wherever we're at. However, it's going down. Like, it's just how we roll. We've always been real, authentic, and raw in this way. Unpolished. I don't want to say unprofessional because we are professionals. But
Professional what?
I don't know. Anyway, today we wanted to talk about... Actually, Timmy picked the topic today, and it's a really good topic. What? What is your problem?
Sorry, that's just my physiological response to today's topic. It wasn't voluntary. Sorry.
Well, tell the topic today.
Messy action?
Yes. We're going to talk about messy action and what it means to you, like what messy action means to you, what messy action means to me, how it maybe applies to our life and our business. So let's just talk about it all.
I was just talking about our house.
Our house, you guys.
Oh,
No,
man.
for real. Just take a look. Spin it around. Here, this is how bad this is.
No, it is. Really super.
So this is our living room right now. There's our setup. This is the messy action that's happening. Yeah. So that is our life right now. It just right now, out of nowhere, our 8-year-old decided, I didn't even know she was doing this. I think I was upstairs or something. She gets her brothers to help her, and she starts taking out all the Christmas decorations. But see, she sounds like me. She loves to start something, and then she never finishes it. So she started taking out all the things. She starts putting the tree together, and then she just lets everything sit here, and we got to clean up the mess.
Well, I'm glad she has this initiative built into her, because otherwise we'd probably start decorating around December 22nd. Honestly.
You would.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway. Okay, so why did you want to talk about messy action, and what does it mean to you?
Well, I think we should more so talk about the differences between me and you, whereas you do like messy action and I don't like messy anything.
This is accurate. I am probably one of those messiest people ever.
It's true. In life and in business. So, me, personally, and I think more people can identify with me than her, I like to have everything, all my ducks in a row. I like to have everything organized. I like to have things planned out, scripted. Like this podcast? No.
No, there's no script here.
No. I like to know what's going on going into things. So I can almost predict the outcome. I want to deliver things the best possible way the first time. I don't want to start something unless I have all the materials to start.
This is where we so differ. Keep going. Sorry, did I ruin your train of thought?
Sort of. It's just, yeah. I mean, I pretty much encapsulated with just what I just said.
Yeah, and so here's my problem with this, is that he will overthink everything and then nothing gets done.
But it gets done perfectly. Not done. Perfectly. Not done.
It gets perfectly not done.
Yeah.
I mean, although there are times when this part about you, the unmessy OCD.
Don't talk down about it.
I'm not talking down. This is what it is. But there is times when it does come in handy. Like when you do clean stuff and organize stuff, which our life is very busy, so it's not often anymore. But it can be very useful because we can find things in the house, or things are nicely organized. I'm like,
Or
that's
when we
not...
book our trips, we actually end up where we're supposed to go.
Well, yeah, like, yes, this is true.
You don't end up on the wrong plane.
No, this is true.
There's not a lot of time wasted. Everything's organized by the hour.
Yeah, like when we go on trips, he has things planned out. And when I would go on work trips, like he would have everything laid out for me. Itineraries, phone numbers, like everything's like, it's great. The papers all come home messy and everything, but that's fine.
Can we talk about receipts?
I was just about to say the receipts. I was scared to say the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, here's the thing. I am so unorganized. Like my chaos ensues everywhere. You should see my bedroom.
Do they call it? Well, for me, I had the same chaos, even though I like to do things like organized. I think it's called organized chaos. I can't remember.
Well,
I remember being organized, or there being a term associated with that kind of chaos. Is it an OCD response? Is it a
I heard it's like ADHD response, because I am so messy, but I know where things are. Most times. Like I know everything's a mess and everything looks chaotic.
I know, you go in my office, I know where everything is.
Yeah, and your office is very not tidy, but you've got organized stacks of things.
Yes.
So you got that. But the same thing as me. I have what are they called? Like those bins, like the doom bins. Like when something's messy, I just clear it and put it in a box or a bag, and I'm like, I'll organize that later.
The closet clean, I call it. I come home and she's like, oh look, I cleaned the house.
And Tim's like,
until I open the closet.
Yeah.
Or my biggest pet peeve.
We're getting into pet peeves now. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get dirty. Okay.
Oh, we're playing. Okay.
When I open up, every household has the kitchen junk drawer.
I've got like 5 of them.
Well, we have 2 for sure. It was 1, and then the recipe book drawer ended up being 1. Yeah, so now she uses it almost like, she cleans the counter, she just does this mass sweep into the drawer.
There's that.
So I can't get the stuff that was normally in the drawer, like keys.
You can't even get the drawer open.
That's true. That's true on you. Thank you for that.
I'm glad I acknowledged it.
That's all.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I won't even get it. We'll have a whole other episode on pet peeves. Oh, that'll be a good one. Ooh, that'll be a good one. But today we're talking about messy action. Even just like this podcast, I have been pushing him because doesn't always want to do things. I'm like, Tim, we need to do our podcast, so we need to do it. And if he had it his way, he would just wait until everything was perfect. And I was like, I don't care how we look right now. I don't care what the surrounding is. Just get on here and talk. We're just going to do it.
It's obvious.
Yes, it's obvious. Anyways, so let's talk about it though. So we can agree that even though, I take messy action, I get stuff done. You have to agree.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You can't not agree with that.
The one good thing I can say, well, not the one good thing, but one of the few good things I can say about messy action is that even if you don't get everything done like perfection, at least they're getting done. Mm-hmm. And I'll quote Dan Martell's book. He said something like on the lines of, it's better to get a bunch of stuff 80% done than very few things at 100% done. I
agree with that.
Something along those lines. That's not his exact quote, but.
And you know what? It really did help. In our journey, for the last company we were in, when I began that journey, for one, Tim didn't even support me and want me to do it because I was pregnant, on bed rest with our 3rd child, and it was nearing the Christmas time when we started. It was September. We started getting into the holidays, giving birth to a baby shortly after. It was a lot. And we had two toddlers, like a 2 and a 4-year-old. It was what is happening? And I start this business, but I just got into action, and I I didn't care, again, what I looked like, what people thought of me. Like, Tim would be embarrassed, actually. I remember he'd be like, because I would show up in my bathrobe all the time online. And he's like, what are you doing? Like, my friends are asking why my wife is showing up on Facebook in her bathrobe.
My homeless looking wife.
It's like, and I would be like, I'm doing something good. You just wait. But I didn't wait until I had the baby, until the house was clean, until my kids were older. Like, I didn't make all this checklist of what had to be perfect to start my business, or it never would have taken off. And it turns out that me getting into action as I was inspiring others to get into action as they were. So I, ended up building a really great business out of it. He finally jumped on board. The rest is history. We all know that. And then, so jumping into our new business, we just started a new company, and that wasn't a clean exit and enter either. We didn't, have the exit we wanted.
That's
from
true.
that. We didn't plan the exit, and we did not plan the exit. It all just really happened really fast and messy, but it happened. And there is some regrets that came along with it, like with some relationships that, kind of...
That's actually a good point when it comes to the messy action part, because that's a good example of it in business as well.
Yeah.
Because as it was unfolding, I had my ideals of how I would have liked to seen it done. Mm-hmm. And you were more on the messy action side of things,
we just have to get it done.
Where you knew you had a timeline where you need to get it done for the goals that you wanted to achieve. Mm-hmm. And even though I also realized that obtaining a perfect exit may not have never been attainable, only in my head.
Yeah, I don't think there would have been a perfect exit, because there's always someone that would view it differently or get hurt or not understand. Like, we can't appease everybody.
You can't control the narrative in everybody.
We can't, what people think of us and how people perceive us.
Right.
We can't control that. So,
nor should you try.
Yeah, it's impossible. And normally you'd say, well, you can control how you act and how you react.
And how you respond.
Yeah. So there's that. And, I think that it was such a messy action the way we left and came on, because it was so quick. And I could see the writing on the walls of like both sides of like, okay, like it was presented to us so quickly and it came so fast that Tim would like to have planned it out way more methodically and like taken his time to do it. But I was like, no, it has to be done now. Once I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. And it was like, I needed to take action as soon as I saw it, because I honestly was ready to retire from the industry. I was ready to just go, let it go and walk away and just retire and let things settle. But that came to us so fast and I saw it so quickly that I was like, we just need to go. And it was very messy. But we've been flying by the seat of our pants, and it's...
But and
great. It's great though.
So with the exit was messy. Our entrance was messy, but not
bad though.
In a bad way.
Messy that busy, because like when we came on to the new company, I didn't know anything about, like, I only knew the basics of the company coming into it. So I didn't expect so many people to want to join me that fast. I really didn't. I did not expect it. I thought it was going to be a slow kind of build into something new. And it was a mass amount of people came at literally in one time. And I had nothing set up. So I was like, oh, snap. So I frantically started building, like, there are systems that are given to us, from our uplines and in the company. So I was able to scramble and put things together. But here's the thing. I didn't wait until everything was set up perfectly to then enter people into my business and start growing them. Like, so they've all been growing at the same time I'm growing. I'm, like we're figuring it all out at the same time as a team. We're all starting at the beginning, and it's been great. But that's just it. Like, we're doing very well, and we're succeeding, and we're growing exponentially, and everyone is kind of like growing, but we're doing it messy. Messy, just getting into action, but also our house is a mess right now. So our environment is chaos, but we're not letting that stop us to go, when the house is clean, we'll get back to business, right? Like, we're just doing it.
Because before, in our previous company, you were the lead, and while we considered our role in the business, a partnership, she was primarily dealing with IPAs, the income producing activities, and I was dealing with the non-income producing activities. And in this new company, we are attempting to both do income producing activities, and I still have to do the other stuff too. And she obviously is the lead, but we're trying to make more of a 50-50 frontline appearance, and I can see that in the house.
Yeah.
I can see it because when it's hard to articulate, but it's like if we're both working the business equally hard, but in different respects, then no one. I shouldn't say no one, but we both have to, feed our children, take care of the house. Unfortunately, taking care of the house is the hardest part because there's no priority to clean the house. You have to feed the kids.
You have to feed your children.
They have a tendency, even if they missed a single meal, they are not too happy if they have to miss a second meal. And so,
I mean, our kids are old enough that they will snack and feed themselves.
They won't
However,
die.
they're not going to die.
No, they won't die.
But they need.
But the house doesn't. Meals. But the house will not cry, and the house will not, complain that it's hungry. So
no,
the house tends to get a little chaotic around here.
It is.
I say that as I look around, and it makes me nauseous. But,
I know.
that's the thing. That's the part of our growing journey too, I guess. The growing journey where we also have to learn how to seek help and know where to apply our finances. We have to hire out the things that.
What's that guy that said? What's the quote about like hiring out and delegating?
Well, I didn't want to quote Dan Martell again.
But he's good. He says some good things.
He did just produce a book called "Buy Back Your Time," and he's actually he grew up in New Brunswick.
Oh yeah.
And his book is based on the premise that as you grow your business, you should be buying back your time, not letting mundane tasks like attending to emails, I guess laundry. In his case, laundry, cooking, because he has a huge business. You shouldn't let those lower level tasks consume your day. You should always use your time to the most cost effective way. So if your time is best used doing reach outs, maybe you're good with people, maybe your business, whatever is in your business that you're the best at, you should be concentrating most of your time at. Mm-hmm. That's on a little bit of a tangent, but
no, I think people should hear that. I think that's actually really relevant, though. People,
it's true, because there's all different levels of business. Like if you're just starting getting your business, well, you have to wear all the hats. There's no real way around that because you haven't
produce the income yet to be able to delegate out, maybe to afford that. But some people might be in the financial position they can.
It's true. Some people, when they start making money, sometimes one of the pitfalls is to enjoy the benefits of your labor too soon. Like maybe you'll run out and buy that purse you want, or maybe you'll go out and buy that. I don't know. I don't mean to make it gender specific. It could be anyone. For anything, you might run out and buy that new car you always wanted, when really you should be reinvesting it back in your business and buy back your time.
Yeah, buy back your time.
Especially with virtual assistants. Before, back in the day, having an assistant was such a luxury. Now with the it's not even an invent, but with the application of virtual assistants, where you can buy singular hours or 5 hours a week or 10 hours a week for someone to process your emails, or in this day and age where we have Molly Maid services that can come by your house for 2 to 3 hours. It can start off in small increments like that to help buy back your time so that you can do what you do well at. Mm-hmm. That's kind of applicable to any business, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so a lot, like the first one that they always say is like, if you can afford it, get a housekeeper, because that buys up a few hours of your time. Even just once a week, if you have someone tidying stuff up and putting things all back together, that's a few hours that you can put into your business.
And actually, you did that back in your last company. I remember you hit second or third from the top of your company last, and you were about to break because you were doing the cooking, the cleaning, dealing with kids, and we actually did have a visiting nanny who helped get the kids off to school.
Made them suppers after school.
She was kind of dual purpose. She was really good. She did some cleaning as well. Yeah,
Yeah, we had a lot. That was when we were in heavy momentum.
that was severely messy action to the point it was crippling, and we did it at a survival, not as a perceived need. It was a survival mechanism at that point.
Yeah, but now I still think we could use a little bit more help. Like we have. My friend has come in.
Is this whole thing a cry for help right now?
Well, my friends actually help.
Anyone want to reach out?
Yes, help us clean, organize. We, all the things.
That is a tricky thing. Just as a side note, is getting someone, because if your house is really cluttery, I know
there's no way a housekeeper could come in here and do anything.
Well, that's the problem. You can't hire a house cleaner to come in here because it's so cluttered. You can't clean it. And then I know in today's world, there's declutterers. So the declutterers typically come in, but they don't clean. So we
need someone that does both.
It's a little tricky.
Declutter and clean. That would be fantastic.
I just need someone who does a little bit of both, who just wants to work per hour and help out. But anyway, that's fine. That's a different
Maybe
subject.
someone will hear our cry, and maybe there'll be some comments and some people reach out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just think that the message today is for messy action. For one, like we were at the top of our last company and we're building back, and now we're number 5 in Canada in the current company after a month and a half. So that's really exciting. So we are building back better. We've been in business for a long time, together, like life. We've been together for 30 years this year. It'll be our 30-year anniversary.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We met in 1990. We started dating in 1995. In 2025, it'll be 30 years.
Well, I mean, that's not a true anniversary. That's just when I met you.
Yeah, we met and started dating, and then we got married 7 years later. So in 2002, we got married.
That gives me anxiety. It's a long time.
I know. So our next wedding anniversary, how long was that then? What's the math?
What's the math?
What's the math? I can't math.
That's 22 years married.
22 married, 30 together.
Yes.
We've been a couple for 30 years. You can, whether you want to count anniversaries or not, like we've been a couple since 1995.
I can only imagine the received emotion on my face right now.
Okay, we've been together for 30 years. So we've been through a lot of different business adventures. Like
here's a mind blower.
Oh,
Think of this one. We've been knowing each other together for 30 years.
We've been a couple for 30 years. Yes.
And the last 10 we're in a company together, so a third
of our life,
a third of our relationship was with the company.
Wow.
Or well, I mean, maybe not with the last company, but in a safe way to put it would be the last time was in network marketing.
I've been in network marketing for 27 years, almost our whole entire relationship.
Okay.
Remember when I started when I was 19?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Remember I started that one? So I've been literally doing network marketing since because I was 16 years old when I met him. We started dating. I was 16. And then when I was 19, I joined my first network marketing company.
Okay.
So our whole relationship, I've been doing network marketing.
Okay.
And I always failed at it and always spent all our money. And you never liked me doing them. Until now.
In the next episode.
In the next episode, we can talk about that. We have so many topics that we want to talk about. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions or any more topics you'd like for us to share, we have an abundance. Don't worry. We'll be back. We won't know what it'll be until we decide to turn on the camera and talk about it. I mean, I have ideas in my head of what I want to talk about, but it's just, I think, doing it impromptu.
I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
So I can only imagine what you want to talk about in your head.
I mean, what's in my head and what comes out in reality isn't always the same.
And sometimes it's exactly the same.
Oh.
Sometimes you just think out loud.
Okay. Anyways, we're going to be back again. This is our kind of... Do we have anything else we want to talk about messy action? Or do you think we covered it? Because business and person...
I think we covered it, but I mean, yeah, so... In business, I think messy action is the best. It's what we've always heard. It's what worked for us. I think precise action should be reserved for, like I just said, travel, itineraries.
Trying to get from point A to B.
Point A to point B. But no, actually...
Tax receipts should be organized properly.
There should be... But no, I mean, actually, messy action is applicable to everything that I think about, because in order to get something started, sometimes it has to be messy. You can always perfect it later, but the important part is starting now.
So I can use that against you when the house is a mess. You want me to clean it or whatever.
No.
I can say
Nothing I say on video shall be held against me at any point in time.
We have to have a disclaimer.
There has to be a disclaimer.
Because I'm like, am I hearing you right now?
No, everything.
You're okay with messy?
Everything on this video cannot be held at me at a later date. Sorry.
Okay.
So.
But for reals. For reals.
So messy, actually.
It is.
Even when planning itineraries, you gotta start somewhere. Start off with the basics, then fill in all the details. So yeah, I guess messy action can be anywhere, but it can't stay messy for itineraries and for events. That has to come down to perfection. But as far as doing business and getting started, I definitely don't believe in waiting to get started, because
I fully agree.
There is no perfect time.
It'll never be a perfect time.
Just like when I thought I was waiting for a perfect time to have the first child.
Oh yeah.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah, we had our first kid when I was probably in my 30s. I turned 30.
We're definitely in the later stage.
When we started having kids, because I wanted kids. I told him that I wanted to have, because we got married when I was, I don't know, 23. I was 23, we got married. And I was like, oh, okay, so we need to pump these kids out before I'm like 25, maximum 30. Like, I want to have all my kids done and out before I was 30. Who did you have this
conversation with?
You.
Oh, okay. Was I awake?
You don't remember this conversation?
No, I don't remember this conversation, no.
Because I want to have kids early.
You didn't do a very good job.
Well, no, I didn't.
No.
But I'm glad it didn't happen that way, because we had a great 20s. Our 20s were great. Well, my 20s, you're older than me, but my 20s were fantastic, old man. Yeah. But anyways, it's fine. We had I'm glad it happened the way we did, but if we waited for it to be perfect timing, because it was never the perfect time. I remember when we talked about having kids, and for some reason, the kids never really came, even though we weren't not trying. But the doctor thought that there was something wrong with us because we didn't have any mistakes, and we were like, oh, we're just not having kids. And then the doctor they were going to send us to a clinic to make sure all our things were working. To as
mistakes. Our children mistakes, because we didn't have any mistakes.
No,
you don't. I think the proper way would have been to say, like, the more political way to say it would be like, because we didn't have any children, he thought they were saying there was a problem.
Yeah, well, he wasn't. I don't mean mistake. Okay, that's a bad word. I just mean that.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Misfires or something? Whatever you want to say.
I don't think you're making it better. So
okay. So, anyways, there was no like unplanned pregnancies at the time. Like, nothing happened. So the doctor was going to send us to the specialist to make sure we were all working properly, because she was like, you don't have any methods for contraception. So, like, in theory, you've been together this long. Why you tap my shoulder? Are you done with this conversation?
Well, I'm just thinking, like, in the UFC, like, when the guy's done, he just taps it.
Are you tapping on this conversation?
Tap it out.
Are you tapping on the conversation?
I'm trying to. I thought that's how it works. You just tap it.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, my point is that we didn't plan when we were going to have kids, because if he had it planned, he would have waited till the perfect time, and there really would have been no perfect time. So all that
for life, yeah.
Life,
I know the thoughts I've had. It's hard to remember back that far because it's been 14 years since the first child. But I remember you just want to be in the perfect financial. No.
I want to tap out.
You want to be in the perfect financial position. You want to be in the perfect house. You want to be in perfect this and that. But just like in business, life is like business, really.
Did I hurt your shoulder?
No, I just So, but I see it, yeah. So life is like business in a way, because if we had waited for the perfect time to start a business, who knows if that would ever happen? Because we even see it in our current,
well, that's just it.
Our current and previous business, that people will want to wait for the perfect time, like they're just
like
not
after
ready.
The holidays is coming, so wait till after Christmas to start your business. Things
Christmas
like that.
Is when you want
Christmas is when you want to start the business.
It's the high season,
right? You want to get in there because business is sales, right?
Yeah.
That's what business is sales. right? You're selling something, whether it's a product, like a digital product or a physical product or food or whatever you're doing. Business is sales. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And when's the best time of year to sell something?
Sales are either service or product.
Right, service or product. You're selling a service or a product, like, so getting into business, service, obviously, lots of people could use service type businesses around holidays too.
Every day you wait in the Christmas season is a day too late.
Oh, that's like a rhyme. Every day you wait is a day too late.
No.
You're dropping the beats.
No. So anyway, carrying on. Yeah. So
on that note,
because waiting until after Christmas it's not too late because then you always get next Christmas. But I mean, it doesn't equate to making much sense.
So yeah, just don't wait for the perfect time to start your business. If you have an idea, go for it. Don't wait till you have everything. You don't have to know everything. That also applies too when people start a new business. They wait until they know everything to start getting into action in their business that they just joined. They're like, oh, I have to know everything about all the products before I can sell it. I'm like, trust me, you don't. You can learn as you go along.
That's the case for both of our businesses. The last one, you knew very little.
I knew nothing.
You only sold one of the 9 products that was available, and in this business, you've been in it for 6 weeks, and I know you were a little more thorough in the fact that you experimented with a lot of products, but I guarantee you,
I know basics about a lot of products versus I know it's like the whole theory about knowing 80% of something as opposed to of many things versus one thing at 100%. Yeah. Instead of going through and learning one product at a time and knowing it 100%, I've been going through and finding little generic things I know about a lot of the products so I can have an abundance of things to kind of talk about. I don't know them all 100%. I'll go dig into things and start learning, but the more I'm just talking about things, it keeps solidifying more knowledge and I keep growing from there. So I'm not waiting to learn everything about the comp plan, the products, how everything goes. I'm not waiting to know it all before I just start talking about it. If you talk to me today, I probably, I can tell you basics and then tomorrow I'll have more to share.
Another one I was thinking of too is sometimes we wait to talk to people and because you're scared of that no. Here's the thing.
Oh, I feel like Timmy's getting deep right now. He's giving me deep thoughts.
It's not deep. I'm just thinking, but it's just because I think about how I reflect on things. Like sometimes I'll think, well, maybe I'll talk to this person tomorrow or I'll talk to this person when it's a better time. But at the end of the day, I think it's more of you're scared of a no. And if it's going to be no, then get the no out of the way so you can go into the next person.
Oh, you're so deep.
In terms of business, I think it's while you're waiting or contemplating on one person, you could have
already gotten the no out of the way and gone on to the next,
you've got to seek out another 5 people who really want to work with you.
That's true.
But you wasted time thinking about that one person that might have been a no anyway.
Yeah. Do you think that overthinking?
It's awesome. I can overthink anything you want.
He overthinks everything.
I can overthink anything you want.
But do you think that overthinking is the opposite of taking messy action? Because overthinking is the opposite. So have messy thoughts, is what I'm trying to say. Because you're trying to have such clean, precise thoughts and you overthink everything to death and then you don't do anything. So even messy action physically, but mental action,
I'll agree with that. Except, I was just reflecting where it wouldn't be good. Being a deep thinker might be good if you're a surgeon. You don't want to take messy action.
No, that's accurate.
No.
But I don't think we're talking to surgeons right now. I mean, maybe a surgeon might want to buy some beauty products, but
no.
Or just in life.
No,
this is general advice for life.
I just meant a surgeon.
Okay, yeah. They need to really think.
Be more precise in their thoughts and their actions. Yes.
Okay, so surgeons aside, yes. I think that messy action can also be applied to the mental because a lot of it we're talking about physical, just get into action, physically do this, or whether it's house or business, the physical actions, but the mental action, right? Some people sit in their heads a long time. They sit and think and think and think. I need to know this. I need to do this. I got to plan this. I got to do this. They're sitting there and it's you're paralyzed and you're not doing anything.
Think about all the things they got to do without doing a thing
Without doing a thing at all. So just
And you can get tired from that.
You get tired. You do.
I do.
You said that with a smile. You couldn't even not say that with a smile on your
Right,
face.
it's true. I could sit there
You
and
think yourself
categorize
asleep.
everything I need to do in a day. Actually,
and then fall asleep because all your thoughts wore you out.
it's true. It's a real thing.
For you.
I think a lot of people suffer from
Maybe
that.
someone will comment and validate
Analysis paralysis.
you. Okay, accurate.
There's a term built on it.
There you go. Okay, fair. I take
I'll
it
think
back.
of all the things
I take it
need
back.
to, okay. I get to explain myself. So I
Okay.
get to think about all the things that I need to do in a day or a week or a month or whatever. And I'll list them in order of priority because you need to get the things that's most important done. And then that wears you out and you have to take a nap. So you're all fresh and ready to go.
Start thinking all over again and
It's hard.
do it a big cycle.
And the funny thing is, even though that people do that and that I do that, there's that expression, eat the frog first, meaning that you should always do the thing that you're scared to do most because while your list might be...
I thought it was eat the elephant first because the elephant's the biggest animal.
No, honey. No.
Then what's the elephant
Okay, we're going to have to go on a tangent just so I can educate my wife on this. So the elephant one is, if you have a big elephant goal, what's the best way to eat elephant?
I don't eat elephants.
One bite at a time. So
But who's going to eat an elephant?
it's not about elephants. We're talking about big, hairy goals. So if you're going to go to someone and say, what is your goal? What do you want out of life? And they say, I want to be a millionaire. Well, to swallow that goal.
To swallow the elephant.
So to eat an elephant, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So you have to make smaller goals to hit that $1 million. So if you want someone to comes to you fresh and has never been in direct sales or network marketing and they want to make $1 million one day, well, that's a great goal set. You know where they want to be, but to show them the amount of work that it takes to get there, they're going to get scared. It's going to be too big of a goal.
You got to break it down to smaller.
So you break it down to smaller bites. So you say, okay, right now we're going to get you to, what do we say in our business? What do we say, like $500 a month?
Yeah, like
500,000, 5,000, 10,000.
Like work your way up. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Work your way up.
Okay, so what's the frog one? Eat the frog first.
Eat the frog first, meaning that
I
think that came across as a saying because the idea of eating frogs, except for
it sounds disgusting.
Except for French cuisine, eating the frog first means do the thing that you want to do the least of.
Oh, that really is what it means?
Yes, because sometimes people, they
what are you looking at?
Well, I'm looking at my house because it grosses me out. I'm looking at around the house, and I'm looking at all the things that I need to do. And right now, one of the things I need to do is in the office with the accounting stuff, and that is my frog. But what I will do out of habit is do everything but that, and that's probably the most important in my life right now is to tidy up some accounting stuff. But I will probably want to vacuum. Put all the Christmas stuff in one spot.
Sounds good to me.
Do the laundry. Do the laundry.
Can you do the dishes?
Do the dishes. So these are all things I'll do because I don't mind doing them. They're easy tasks. So I'll do them until I get tired.
Can we have that on record? This is great. You don't mind doing them.
I don't.
Sweet. So
I do the laundry.
You do the laundry, but I do the dishes all the time, and I hate them.
I don't
so
mind doing them.
So if you would like to pick up that duty.
I know why you don't like doing dishes.
Why?
Or I mean, I know why I don't mind doing them.
Yeah. Okay, so why don't I like doing dishes?
Do I need to educate you how to do dishes? I'll tell you how to do it.
Oh, so I don't do them right. Snap.
I'll tell you how to do it. I don't mind sharing my wisdom.
Well, first I have to, you're probably going to say rinse off the plates, which I don't do. And that's why the dishwasher gets clogged all the time.
Well, when you carrot pumpkin seeds, you put all the plates in the dishwasher with the pumpkin seeds on, there might be a problem at the end of the cycle. Okay.
I think I almost broke the dishwasher with the pumpkin seeds.
Well, you did. I had to fix it. But anyway. No. That's not the lesson. I was going to go a little more deeper than that. Dishwashing, which is a form of messy action. I do the dishes while I'm preparing food. So when I'm making suppers for the kids, while it's cooking, I clean the kitchen. So it's not an activity that doesn't get done that gets piled up in dishes. They don't pile up because I do the dishes while the food's cooking every 3 meals.
I do my dishes after I'm done.
then that's your problem.
And my cousin Chantal can actually attest to I'm the messiest baker cooker ever.
Yeah, but if you cleaned while you did it, it wouldn't be a problem.
I can't, because then I can't do the task I'm trying to do if I'm trying to clean. I can't do that.
Why?
Because it's a lot for me to do what I'm doing, let alone cleaning up while I'm doing it. It's a lot. So just be thankful I'm making the food.
And if we can take another squirrel, Amy will talk about all the stuff she needs to do in a day, and then she'll just be like, I'm going to make banana muffins. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because that's important. That's eating the frog first. I'm going to make banana muffins.
Actually, that's what I wanted to do today.
And I'll be like, Amy, why are you making banana muffins? She's like, well, the kids have to have something healthy to eat. I'm like, well, you never cared before. What's all of a sudden interest in nutrition?
I take my kids' nutrition very seriously.
When it's convenient. You didn't seem cared too much last night.
Well, I was tired. It's fine.
Kids, what do you want? Pizza or Chinese food?
Chinese food was good.
Yeah, well, I didn't see you making it from scratch.
No. Okay. Next.
Bust it. Tap out.
Okay, so on that tangent.
Does that be your thing when you say stuff that's uncomfortable? I just tap out.
I guess you're making it a thing.
Okay.
Are we out?
Right.
Okay, we're gonna tap out. All right, see you next time.